We will see Highland again. Interestingly, that's a map that, by the looks of it, Nicov has picked.
No, SayMyName has picked it.
SayMyName. Okay.
He picked the 2 water maps, actually. He picked Houseboat and then he picked Highland.
Is he a bit of a water clown?
I don't think he's really well known for being a water map, but it's well known that the AM players don't tend to like water.
Right.
So it might be more of, I'm not really playing into my strengths, I'm more playing into your weaknesses.
Yeah, all the things that frustrate you, for sure.
Yeah, something like that could be more what he's going for.
All right, shall we hop into this?
We will hop into this. Let's load up the first game. Can SayMyName still get second place? Unfortunately, they can't get second place anymore. It is too far gone. Oops, Capture Age is crashing.
No, so they're fighting over, I think really first and second, the LAN finals is kind of been decided, but it will be interesting to see who gets third and fourth, being those bronze, silver and gold positions. I feel like third is something worth fighting for, and I think the players will be motivated to do that. And, as Robo says, there is indeed money on the line.
Yeah, there is always money. If you win a series in any of the events, you're guaranteed prize money. There's no money if you don't win anything, but if you get out of the round of 8 or out of the round of 16...
it's worth playing for sure.
Yeah.
Lombardia didn't have snow when we saw it on Capture Age. You're right, but...
that's because we have the no snow mod on.
Yeah, we don't want to be seeing all the white reflections, and it's just a strain on the eyes, perhaps. It's clearer, you can see the units better without, but we still want to represent the maps. You'll notice, actually, that a lot of the buildings do have snow on them, even if you can't see the snow on the map. The game remembers that there's snow on the floor, you just can't sort of see it, which I think is a nice touch. It is like paying homage to the fact that it is actually a snowy map.
You'll see it on the buildings, you'll see it on the trees as well, and you'll even see footprints on the grass sometimes where there would be footprints in the snow normally. Which is funny. A little strange, but okay. Right. We've just fixed Capture Age. We're just going to load it up. We're going to wait for it to get into the game. Make sure it's all working this time. Yes, we are. Okay, now we're going to go into the game. There'll be a black screen for a second the first time you load Capture Age after launching it. It takes a second to get into it. But in just a moment... There we are.
There we are. Okay.
There we are.
Spawning... on the left-hand side of the map in the color blue, we do have Nicov playing as indeed the Franks. And this is a civ that we saw earlier on Lombardia, a civ that you said sort of very good on Arabia, and therefore a style map like, Arabia. What am I saying, Robo? I think
Lombardia is like Arabia, so Arabia civs that are good become good on Lombardia as well.
Okay.
They're all similar civs that you want to be using. And out of the civ pool, Franks are generally considered the best Arabia civ out there.
Spanish. SayMyName. I am saying your name on the right-hand side here.
Yes, Will.
What's up with the terrain underneath the houses?
That's just a sort of Capture Age bug. Well, not really a bug. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way it works. It changes the terrain to be something else underneath buildings.
Okay.
Like, you see how, like, houses here, like, they normally change? Capture Age just sort of magnifies it when you have no snow mod on.
Oh, okay.
For some reason.
Sure, fair enough.
Just the way it renders the terrain.
And you can see the snow on top of the TC, actually.
Yeah, and you can see the... Let's just zoom in. You can see the footprints around the cows, and it's funny unit that's moving. Like, you can see all the footprints, so you could follow the scout if you're paying attention.
So he's playing as the Spanish.
He's playing as the Spanish.
It looks like the top players, they're not, all agreed on that every game on Lombardia it should be a frank mirror. Why then is he playing Spanish? What have they got going on, Robo? Tell us.
Well, as we saw in the Fortress game earlier, between Max and Lix, Spanish, they've got conquistadors, right? They're an incredibly powerful unit, Imperial Age. Oh, no, villager. Okay, he makes it home. Whew. They've got an Imperial Age unit that they can make at the castle in the Castle Age, which is incredibly good. So I'm guessing what SayMyName is thinking, if I can defend myself and get up to the Castle Age and make conquistadors, then I can have an advantage.
Yeah, those footprints are not the Capture Age.
Yeah,
they're in the normal recorded games too.
They're in all snow maps.
Yeah, we don't want to misrepresent Capture Age.
No, Capture Age is just displaying what it's supposed to.
Okay, so Spanish also got some stuff going on. It's interesting because you might not know this, but Spanish, at least in AoE 3, is my favorite civ. So I'm actually excited to see them here on AoE 2 as well. But cows, one thing I want to ask, right? So with the sheep, you get 6 of them.
Yeah, 8 of them.
8 of them. Do you get less cows because they're worth more food?
Some maps you do. On this map, you don't. You still get 8 cows, so it's essentially 400 extra free food. An extra 50 food times 8
Right.
cows.
So you're just going to get sort of a smoother start, really, with
Oh, yeah.
with basically every civ. Does that favor Spain perhaps a bit more, simply because they can, they want to, I assume, do some sort of FC, get up quickly to get the conquistadors, and more food is good.
It pretty much favors anything. Whatever strategy you're doing,
It's
it gets
just good.
benefit because you don't need to make farms as quickly, so you save wood, which you can spend in other things. For instance, archery ranges if you're making archers or walls or whatever it is.
So you'd argue that it benefits all civs equally.
Not all civs equally. It favors the Britons the most because they have faster gathering shepherds, and shepherds are cow gatherers too.
Right. Yeah.
There's one class of villager, and it works. Like you see, it says she's a shepherd, but she's eating a cow. It's just the way it works.
Yeah, she's gathering from livestock, and that's what Britons do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
every other civ, it is equal in terms of how much it benefits you. Like obviously, certain strategies will use it slightly better than others, but it's it's still 400 free food for everyone.
Okay. But looks like we are, starting to exit that Dark Age portion of the game, now moving into the Feudal Age. Players are starting to age up. Looks like Nicov's clicked up already.
Yep, Nicov is up to Feudal Age. You see he's still got a bunch of cows sitting under his TC, all this free, happy food that he can just munch away on.
Yeah, really
And
nice.
the nice thing with this is he doesn't need to put as many vills on wood, because normally, you hit Feudal Age, and that's about the time when your sheep run out and you need to start spamming down farms.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got, essentially, 3 or 4 extra sheep, you don't need to make farms for as long. You don't need as many villagers here gathering wood. And you've got a smoother eco going into your scouts. Which, it just helps you out. And especially for the Franks, because they get the free horse collar. This means you're guaranteed to not need to place any farms before you get horse collar.
Okay, so cows, good. We've established that.
Yep.
Let's take a top-level perspective. What is going on the map? It looks like red going for some kind of militia. Is this...
He's going for what seems to be a Drush fast castle.
Right.
So he uses the Drush to come in here, as we see. There's the 3 militia and the scout roaming around.
So he's staying feudal for a
Dark Age for a while,
for a bit longer, right.
The idea is that he uses this Drush and scout to sort of harass your opponent, keep them, I guess, not really doing too much.
Yeah.
Keep them in their base. Buy yourself time to fully wall up, get up to Feudal Age, transition quickly into Castle Age, and then probably drop a castle, is what he's thinking.
Right. It was basically you're intending to go castle, so you're going to have a bit of extra time.
Right.
So you might as well build a bigger eco, and whilst you've got that time, go and build a couple of units and get some work done. And it's sort of working out. He's denied the villagers on the berries, or at least they've had to go back. This seems... Maybe the cows are actually particularly good against drushes, because he's able to gather food still.
Oh, yeah.
The berries aren't as necessary.
It definitely helps out. And the thing here is, the main benefit for the Drush player is, ideally your Drush keeps your enemy occupied and they can't really react to it and come attack you while you're still Dark Age. But we see Nicov just going forward straight away with 5 villagers and only, 1 scout here. He doesn't have a ton of units here, but he's just trying to bust through SayMyName's walls as quickly as possible here, get into his base and start harassing him to prevent that nice castle transition. And I'm thinking, just based on SayMyName's eco at the moment, he's going to struggle to click up to Castle Age. He's halfway to Feudal. Normally, you would expect to have about 400 or 500 food in the bank. So, somewhere along the lines, he has, I think, mismacroed his eco, and he's now going to struggle quite significantly.
Those villies are getting up and... What are they doing?
They're bashing down this house, right? He wants to get into SayMyName's base to stop him doing this FC, and he's like, sure, you're making some walls, but my tower is here to kill your villager. So at some point, I'll just destroy it and walk in.
And he's going to make a second tower.
He's got more scouts coming in, and we'll just quickly check back. The Drush is not really doing anything at the moment. There's this nice wall here, centering them near the TC. He can maybe pick off 1 villager or 2, but this is so much more work coming in for Nicov here. He's denying the gold. You need gold to go to Castle Age. He's sort of forcing these counter towers. If he spends his stone on these towers, he can't easily afford a castle if and when he gets to Castle Age. Possibly going to lose another villager or 2, not at the moment. And otherwise, he's just being a pain. All these villagers, they're not gathering resources. There's 10 vills not working. That's, a couple of 100 resources over the space of a minute that's not being gathered. And now, just keeps moving forwards, keeps building towers, keeps getting up in SayMyName's face. While at home, his man-at-arms roaming around. SayMyName still has 0 kills. Nicov has 5. So
They've been quite effective. In fact, going to lose some of these militia.
yeah, the Man-at-Arms have not managed to deal any damage whatsoever to Nicov other than a little bit of idle time and some walls. While Nicov, he's killed a scout. He's probably killed a couple of villagers here and there now. He might even get another one. Nope, manages to pull the injured one back to the TC. Oh, no, brings them back out. Oh, there goes one Vill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does get the tower up, though.
Does get the tower up. That's true, but right. There's... How many villagers are idle in this tower?
Squan
5.
coming in with the 11-month subscription.
Oh, cheers, Squan. Thanks for rejoining the team. Like, we got see here. SayMyName has 10 idle villagers out of 25 total. Alright, that's like a third of his eco. More than a third of his eco not working. And now they're, coming forwards, bashing down these towers. He might even lose another one if he's not careful. Okay, no, it's okay. He survived. But they're not working. They're not gathering resources. He's not getting up to Castle Age nice and smoothly. While back at home, Nicov is just, he's placing down his farms. He's got his builds on wood. He's mining stone for more towers. He's going to clean up these Man-at-Arms now so that he's no longer worried about any sort of aggression like that. Maybe going to pick up another villager with this tower if he focuses down on the injured bills. Maybe. There's another injured villager there, but another one's down.
They all look injured because the health
Oh,
bars.
yeah.
I kind of like the...
There we are, fixed.
I kind of like the new capture rate health bars. Just takes some getting used to.
But yeah, the green one definitely does stick out most.
It's because it's what you're used to, but you can more easily tell what team the units are on when it's the other way around.
Here, Nicov is maybe going to lose a villager, but he's already so many villagers ahead. He's 7 villagers ahead at this point. Losing 1 or 2 here or there does not matter. And look, these vills, they're still idle. They're in this TC, shooting this tower. Vill bashing down this tower. There's an idle villager on this farm. Just so many pieces of his economy are not working. And, he was trying to do a fast castle. He's got 50 food in the bank. He can barely afford villager production, let alone saving up for Castle Age. Where if we zoom out and we take a look at his overall economy. Alright, he's still got these 3 vills gathering stone. He's got this wood line that's not particularly efficient, and they're walking a long distance. He's trying to place as many farms as he can to get his eco rolling. But we switch over to Nicov. He's got a nice, close lumber line. He's vill bashing down this one random spearman, it seems, and then he's just going to keep farming, building some defensive towers, it seems, possibly around his gold, and he'll be getting up to Castle Age in the next, handful of minutes.
Yeah, and that was SayMyName strategy. He wanted to be up to Castle very, very quickly, but is he anywhere near clicking up?
No.
He's had to abandon it to just, handle this tower rush.
Just to stay alive, he's had to abandon his plan. And even here, we see another villager getting taken down by these 2 roving scouts, right? If they ever see an injured villager, they're just going to run on, just attack them. Where are all the injured villagers at the moment? There's a couple here on this gold. Even this villager here with 5 HP. If SayMyName's not paying attention, they can just run under the TC, hit her once or twice, and then run away, and they're dead.
Yeah. But he's handled the tower rush, right? It looked quite dicey, but he's killed all the towers of his opponent, except the one that's sort of on the edge of his base there.
Doesn't really do too much by itself.
So he's fine, but his opponent has, sort of leveraged this successful trush, so to speak, into getting to the Castle Age before his opponent, despite that being what SayMyName was, intending to do, and deflected at home the drush pressure as well. So I think Nicov in a really nice spot and has, played really nicely this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's got the resources. He's just bought 100 food to click up to Castle Age. He's just about to do it. There we are. He's up to Castle Age. 23-minute uptime. We take a look at SayMyName. He's still almost got 400 food. This is just, he's half as fast or twice as slow. I don't know how you'd word it, but it's going to take him a long time to get up to Castle Age. And you really want to leverage, the conquistadors as quickly as possible to deal as much damage as possible. But if your opponent is, already in Castle Age, already possibly attacking your base with, knights or pikemen or siege weapons or whatever, then now you have to keep defending your base instead of being aggressive and trying to raid with your incredibly mobile, high damage dealing units.
Yeah.
We see here nearly 2 minutes slower up to Castle Age.
Yeah, and behind in Vills as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to give that I'm going to say the early game. I'm going to give that to Nicov. Looked really, really nice. But let's see if the castle age is any different. Both players are now advancing to it. Of course, Nicov will be there quicker. But let's see, moving into the mid-game.
Yep. Nikov's coming forwards with the second stable. He's also researching +1 armor just then for his knight. So he's clearly planning on being aggressive here. He's got the siege. He's got stable. Sorry, he's probably going to build a siege workshop in a moment. He's got quite a lot of wood in the bank. I would not be surprised to see that. And he's probably just going to continue upgrading his soon-to-be knights that are in production, and just try to deal as much damage as possible to SayMyName. There we are. Fast siege workshop coming out. There's 4 knights in queue getting ready to be produced. He's researching bowsaw. The scouts have finally been picked off now, after just constantly running around, keeping an eye on what SayMyName is doing. You know, all that valuable information about your opponent. If you know what they're doing, you can prepare for it, you can counter it. Whereas SayMyName, he's got no knowledge whatsoever of what's happening. He does not know that there's a forward siege workshop outside his base. Doesn't know there's a forward stable, he doesn't know anything. But he's nearly got the stone for a castle. So maybe, just maybe, he can get a castle. There we are. He bought 100 stone to get the castle up.
Yeah, slightly cheaper castles, I keep forgetting.
No, that's for the Franks, actually. The Spanish had normal costs.
I thought it was Franks to put a castle down. Oh, no.
Sorry,
oh, you that castle.
SayMyName building the castle here.
Right.
In his base. The thing is, can Nicov break in fast enough to deny this?
Is that 2 layers of palisade?
That was 2 layers of palisade.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. There's the mangonel, there's the tower, there's the knights. The vill's here.
Oh, nice.
The quick house, but there's still the mangonel.
Bam.
Oh, that's a shot.
Get wrecked. And again.
Oh, that's another shot. And the knights are here. Nicov is just all in here. He does not
mango
care.
and some more knights. That castle is denied. What's its health? It's nearly there.
It's got a lot of health, but it's at 80%.
Mad rush of
oh,
villages.
no. More villagers.
This is do or die time.
This is such a doubt castle. Send all the villagers to get up. Look, he's down to 23 villas. He has almost half as many villas as Nicov
God,
now.
if that had gone up, it would have been beautiful. Like, it's right on the front of his base, really good defense.
It would have secured so much
And it
for him.
seems like for Spanish, castles are just so much better because they're production buildings too.
Yeah, but here we see sending more villagers. He's going in again. There's still the mangonel here. Getting shots off on these villas. There's still knights roaming around, picking off villas here, there, everywhere. He loses 1 knight to a conversion, but
It's up.
the castle's up. But SayMyName
Was it worth it?
has 15 villagers.
All of which are idle. Every single one of them.
Every single one of them. Except for this one farmer over here. This is just... I don't know what to say. Like, this...
It's the pain train has happened. He got his castle up, but having lost so many villages, I don't know if you can really come back from this point.
And Nicov is dropping 2, 3, and a 4th TC. And, like, yes, SayMyName is in castle age. Yes, he has a castle. But look at his eco. He can't even afford to make a conquistador. Well, he's made 2 conquistadors. He can't afford to make any more, right? He's struggling to just make bills and conks at the same time. And Nicov is just transitioning into boom in the back of this.
Yeah, he's done what he needed to do. He could really do anything here.
Yeah.
But he's just going to consolidate his victory by, okay, your castle's up, well done. Enjoy your number of villages. I'm just going to drop a few TCs, and that's probably the safest way to win.
For sure, because in Castle Age, it's incredibly difficult to kill a castle. Like, the best way is, you mass 4 or 5 rams, and then you just send in a big push. But that requires a huge investment in making those rams.
Yeah, it requires 4 or 5 rams.
Right, plus you need military to defend the rams, because, they're not going to just let you attack that castle. They're going to try to destroy it with mangonels, or villagers, or knights, or whatever military they have themselves.
Yeah.
And
so it makes a lot of sense. Let's take a look at Nikov's base and just see villagers everywhere. He's got so many more. They're just all gathering. They're having a great time. Second TC there on the side.
Almost 3 times as many villagers at the 30-minute mark of the game. Got 2 TCs on the gold here, making it incredibly safe, making sure there's no possible raiding happening here.
And he's also got plow as well as gangsaw, I believe is the bowsaw. Whereas opponent, is 1 tier below that. He's just looking solid. This is how you win from this position.
Sure.
It's the most flavorless, boring way to do it, but that is the way to do it.
It's the safe way to do it. You don't want to risk accidentally, making a huge army and then losing it all and saying, well, oh shit, that's a problem.
Yeah. This has less punish potential.
Exactly.
But some conks now coming out, and SayMyName, he's going to need some kind of miracle raid to get back into this. Conks are good at raiding, but I don't know if they're that good at raiding.
3 conks can one-shot a villager.
Okay.
So they're really, really good at raiding, but he has to one-shot 50 villagers to equal it out.
They're good at raiding, but they're not that
They're not that good. No.
We'll see. But I'm sure stranger things have happened.
I don't think anybody has ever raided 50 individual villagers. And remember, Nikov's making 4 villagers at a time. SayMyName's soon to be making 2. So he has to kill 50 villagers, and then he also has to kill 2 villagers every 25 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
So, in a very short amount of time, he has to kill not 50 villagers, 100 villagers. Which definitely is not going to happen before Nicov is able to, do anything at all in this game. And even here, bringing down a castle to secure this forward gold. There's also another gold here behind this TC that I didn't even notice. So this is going to be an incredibly secure position if this castle can go up. These conks might be able to get in here tonight.
I'm telling you, this is the start, Robo.
This is the start. There's going to be a reverse Dow castle. Nikov's going to throw it away himself.
Think of the Twitch clip. It's going to happen. You just got to go crazy. And then the 1 in a million time it does happen. Instant front page of Reddit. There you go.
Gotcha. That's how we get famous.
Yeah. It's how I get famous.
No, you get famous. Sorry. I'm not allowed to be famous.
I can predict miracles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
doesn't look like that's going to happen today.
These villagers, they're going to come out of the TC, keep building, and these conks are just running for home. He's starting to get some upgrades on the conks, which is nice, but it's not looking good at all.
Who won Licks versus Max? That was Max.
Max did manage to win that. Really dominant performance other than the first game.
Yeah, but this is game 1 here of this series 2. And it just looked like it mostly came down to, I think, that castle. Obviously, SayMyName was I feel like behind even before then, but it seemed playable. But from this position, when he lost all the vills trying to get his castle up, that's really, I think, where you can pinpoint where it went wrong.
Yeah. And the problem is that there wasn't really anything he could really do to prevent that. Because you could think, well, maybe you could have stonewalled, but there was still that tower here, remember?
Yeah.
That would prevent any sort of forward stone walls to secure this line here. He could build the castle at the back of his base. I guess that kind of works, but then it doesn't secure anything. He'd still lose access to the gold, because there'd be the mangonels and knights camping on the hill. If he doesn't have gold, he can't really make conks, can he? I guess he could just go back to this back gold. Could be an option, but again, this is so far away from anything that it could be easily raided. And here we see the counter raid. It's on. He's killed 4 or 5 villagers here. But he's killing knights too. He's killing a little bit here and there, but still triple the villager count almost for Nicov. And he's up to Imp. He's going to start just making literally any unit he wants. And I think he's going to win this game. I think he could go full militia and probably win this game from this position. That's probably a little bit BM to say that, but I think that's true. Yes, Bombay Gypsy, this is the semi-final. There's this set, and then the grand final is all that we have left for today. So you've tuned in at just the right time to see the I guess, the penultimate series of the ECL Europe West 1v1 stage. 5 villages down, 45 to go. That's it exactly. The 50-ville raid, it's on. He's preparing for it.
It's more like a 66-ville raid at this point.
Yeah, right. Who was in the final already? The Max managed to beat the Viper.
5 villages down, 45 to go. That's right.
Yeah, the Max beat the Viper in the round of 8, and then he beat Licks in the semi-final. So we're going to see the Max versus the winner of this series in the grand final. You can check out the brackets with the !brackets command if you want to see specific matchup results.
I've seen people delete units before by accident, but the thing is you can't mass delete units all in one click in AoE 2.
Like, it's not even by accident. Sometimes you delete a unit so it doesn't get converted.
Right, that's actually, yeah, I can see why.
You don't want your opponent to do it. And if you do that, they have to restart their conversion process if they target a new unit. So it gives you time to either kill it with a different unit or just deny it from the enemy.
I mean, I've seen a game where, so in Age 3, you delete your livestock so you don't have to kill them with the vill. It saves a few villager seconds. Someone double-clicked all of their cows, deleted all the cows, but actually they had all their villagers selected.
Oh,
This was a tournament game, and then they went on to lose. So,
well, I think if you deleted every single one of your villages, you would lose.
yeah, from a winning position.
That does make sense.
So maybe is it possible Nicov somehow holds his delete key down? He gets stuck by a sticky keyboard.
Like all of his villages miraculously go idle, and then he accidentally holds down idle villager and delete, and then just they all go down.
There you go. It's winnable.
It's possibly winnable, but the Vil raiding plan seems to be completely off. SayMyName is just trying to defend the front of his base at this point.
This is where SayMyName says, Alt F4 makes your units train instantly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nikov's gone. That's what you gotta try the sneaky tricks.
Oh yeah. Nothing is too underhanded when you're this far behind. Technically winnable, that's it exactly. And Nico's like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm bored to tears of you microing shit. I'm just gonna run into your base and try to raid you. But nope, there's this one conch that's just standing in the passageway, preventing the cavaliers from running past. But even so, Nicov is still just not really doing anything at the moment, but he is still so far ahead. He's just building castles all over the place, securing positions. And SayMyName, is just being incredibly stubborn. Like, you're 2,500 points behind. You've only got 70 population at minute 41 of the game. It's not ideal.
I'd like him to win just to spite you, Robo. But I know it won't happen.
I would like to see that too. But I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, we're hoping that Zach will have a speedy recovery too, because he was supposed to be casting today.
That's why you've got me.
Yeah, and then this morning, Zach's like, no, I'm not going to be able to cast. I'm like, yo, Will, you up for casting today? He's like, what?
You know Zach's, it's dire straits when they wrote me in.
Yeah. It's like, oh no. I don't know anything about Asian. It's fine.
I've surprised myself.
Say words and it'll be fine.
I've surprised myself. I've actually, I feel like I've had a lot to say and I've really enjoyed watching it. I mean, this game is the exception. I'm not really paying attention anymore.
No, but you're also learning as you're going, and because of the Civ pool, right? You keep seeing Civs over and over.
Yeah.
So you learn things from the previous games and the previous maps.
I'm just trying to think up ways to win. Just really creative ways.
Uh-huh.
Maybe there's a power cut, but then they just save and restore. And
that would be a save and restore.
Yeah, so it has to be a sticky keyboard that sticks down the delete key when he grabs all his vills to go to wood or something.
Yeah, and for some reason he selects all 148 villages at once.
Yeah, and then for some reason deletes one.
Yeah.
and then the key gets stuck.
Yeah.
Miracle Monk?
saying interjection has said many words. Good words.
Good words.
Yeah, I agree. Will's been doing a good job.
I must admit, it takes a really long time to earn shipments in this game.
Oh yeah, we're still waiting for the first one. Okay, but SayMyName has
finally decided.
Finally decided to call it. Oh boy. We've been waiting for this for a while.
Some might say the best words.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if there's anything really to talk about in this game.
Oh, there was still a game. It was a pretty good early game for Nicov. He deflected the drush really well, and then with the tower rush, just basically stopped SayMyName going up to Castle H. And then when he tried to, you see that castle that's on fire right there. He tried to drop it, a little bit too ambitious maybe, and then lost a ton of vills building it. And I think that's really where he went from behind but playable to dire straits.
He went from 30-ish villages down to 16.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe this
is really bad.
This is his strategy. You just play the game out as long as you possibly can.
Just to try
tilt your opponent as much as possible. Yeah, there you go. That's his strategy. But convincing first victory there from Nicov. But let's see what SayMyName can do. This is his map, Houseboat. He picked this as the way the maps are selected. So looking forward to seeing what he's got in mind here. And I've heard that never mind. What team? SayMyName is
Vietnam Legends.
Right. Okay. I was gonna say I've heard that it might be the Chinese teams that like Nomad and all the funky maps.
The Vietnamese players tend to like it as well.
Oh, okay. So
it's generally a lot of the Asian community tends to like the weird, wacky Nomad sort of games.
So Houseboat fits the bill, I think. It's quite an unusual map, and maybe this will be something he feels more at home on.
Could be. There we are. We just updated the words. The overlay there so that we can see the winners of games.
What do you mean you're not a fan of Houseboat? Houseboat's not a fan of you. Yeah, I said it.
Why would you not want to have a boat on a house? Like, come on, bro. It just makes so much sense.
Houseboat. I don't know why it's called Houseboat. It's more like TC Island.
Well, you start off with a boat and you have to build houses?
Yeah, but you have to build houses all the time. They don't call, like, House Arabia, do they? Or House Lombardia.
Well, then what do you want them to call it? Just call it boat?
It's not... All right. Yeah, that works.
It's called boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boat.
Interjection is bullying me. I'm sorry. I'll try to tone him down a little bit.
No, I don't mean it.
But,
I don't mean it.
Here we go. We're going to get into game number 1.
You are right. It's quite an unusual map. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, yes, to game number 1 in this best of 5 series between SayMyName and Nicov. The score is 1-0 in favor of Nicov. Let's start, though, with SayMyName. Here he is. Yes, Robo, he has built houses on houseboats.
And he does have a boat.
Indeed.
It is a houseboat.
Looks like it's going to capture those sheep there. It's nice that they will spawn. Is that intended all around the side? And then you can...
that you can easily find them, use them for scouting and
etc., etc. Okay, so Italians coming out for both players, which you've informed me in previous games are reasonable on water.
Yes.
And this does have water.
It does.
Albeit not that much water, but the water is much more relevant given that it's right next to your TC. So it seems
this water is almost more important than it is on traditional water maps like islands.
Right. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Given that's where the game happens. You, like, you lose the water, you lose your town center.
You lose your town center. It's like completely useless if you lose your pond.
So in the previous game, we saw what civs on this map?
We've seen Mayans, Indians, Italians. I think we've seen Vikings once as well.
Yeah, I really liked the Indians. That made a lot of sense with the shorefish bonus here. But Nicov also going to play the Italians. Right. Here he is. He's 1 point up here. And will also be building a house and has a boat.
He does.
Thank you very much, Robo. So Italians, why? Tell us.
Well, as you said, they are a water civ. And out of the civ pool, there's not that many good water civs. It's basically Italians and Vikings are like the 2 top tier civs that you can think of. And the Italians' cheaper feudal age upgrade, or I guess all age up upgrades, is incredibly good in this map because if you can, hit feudal age a minute faster than your opponent, take control of their pond with forward docks, deny their transport ships so they can't keep ferrying villagers outside, you essentially win the game because your TC is useless for the next X number of minutes until you win back water or until you delete it and rebuild it on the outside.
Did I say game number 1? Game number 2 in a best of 5 series. Pardon me. Right, yeah, I was listening. I was reading the chat at the same time. Then.
Okay, nice. So, what did I say then?
You said something about aging up faster because they have less food, their age up cost less, and you can get docks down quicker and fight the water powerhouse that is.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much sums it up.
Phew. Oh, thank God. Thank God, chat. I kind of like... It's like when you're in class and the teacher's like...
The teacher singled you out to say...
What did I just say? Maths. Damn. I feel like Spider-Man in the movies where he just answers the questions and it's like, but you weren't listening. And anyway, I'm Spider-Man is what I'm saying.
Oh, God. I wish you told me that earlier.
Shit, the secret's out.
Yeah, that's interesting. But we see here, actually, SayMyName stealing 4 sheep away from Nicov. That is...
Well done.
Pretty bloody good. I'll put it simply
like that. How did he do that?
He just ran past and he took them.
Wow.
Sheep snatcher, that's what he is. So now, Nicov, he's madly trying to run over here. He thinks, okay, the sheep are possibly...
He's like, where are they? He's like, shit, this is bad.
Yeah, this is very bad. Yeah, very, very good, Will.
He's looking for him. He's sort of like, that's where he thinks they'll have to path past. They're congregating on the side there. Do you think he'll get them past? This is the race is on. He's looking.
Is this... I think they could just sneak through here.
Yeah, but he's only got the 1 scout.
Right, and like even with these 2, like he's sort of like hedging his bets, right? He's spreading them out, so even if he gets some of them, he's not going to get all of them.
This is more about... It's not about getting them home. It's more about denying them from my opponent.
Yeah, and then if you get them home, that's just like added bonus. That's like extra cool.
Yeah, so it's more about hiding them. That scout looks... he's given up.
Or maybe he's thinking maybe they're on this side. I don't know.
I think maybe... Okay, are they... Yeah, well, you can't really scout if they're on the island.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, yes, there is a lot of fish, but the problem is like these villages are very quickly going to run idle. Okay, once these sheep are done, there's no more shore fish left on this island. There's one tree that's like half chopped down and another full tree, and that's it.
The question is, can he click the feudal age button?
With the food he has?
Yeah, because if he can, then it's probably okay. I mean, it's not
He
good.
can. He has
Okay.
just enough food if everything drops off.
Can you imagine if he didn't have enough food?
That would be horrible.
Yeah, that would, like, obviously it's bad, but at least he's still in the game, right? It's not like he's just lost.
But the thing, look at these fields, like they're all just sitting here taking this wood, right? It's just a really awkward transition where, SayMyName, look, he's still got 3 more. Oops, let me try to click on them. There are a number of sheep back here, 3 more sheep hidden behind this TC, which is just, late game, or not even late game, early game extra food income to keep the transition through feudal age going, right? That's 300 more food for him. 2 of those sheep, I believe, must have been from Nicov, because I can't see them. Oh no, here they are. They're hidden against the edge of the map.
And I think there's still 2 up in the...
And there's still 1. And there's still 2 up here. So those 4 sheep, he could maybe bring these 2 home. And then he has 5 sheep. That's 500 food. That's almost enough to click up to Castle Age.
Yeah.
Of just free food just sitting there.
But he knows, like, I think he can see his opponent's scout, so... Well, actually, there's no way. Sorry, you can't. But if he could see the scout, he would know to not bring the sheep home, because like, your opponent can't grab those sheep. The scout's not there. But Doc is coming down.
Both players doing the same thing as you always see on Houseboat. It's all about contesting your opponent's pond while defending your own pond. And whoever does that job the best tends to have a big advantage in this game.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the implications of the sheep. Obviously, it's bad. But do you think it's gonna? Like, how much will it impact him getting boats out and contesting?
It shouldn't really affect him getting boats at the moment. The bigger problem is going to be if he loses his fish, he then has no food income. So the only way for him to get food is he has to build mills on the outside, for instance, on the berries or on some of the other shore fish.
Yeah. Which
then means you're spending wood on other things, on food income, instead of on useful units, right? And also, like, you see here, these villagers, as soon as they're created, they just start gathering sheep. On here, it's like, oh, well...
I gotta wait for
the transport ship to come give me a lift.
Yeah, for the next...
The next ferry across.
Oh, God, he's not gonna have a transport
Oh,
soon.
no. Oh, no.
Get those villies out!
Oh,
Get
no.
those villies
okay,
out!
he got the vills out. He's trying to do the repair, but... transport is instantly down. These villas, they're stuck on this island until Nicov makes a transport ship.
I'm feeling team SayMyName this game.
Yeah. Nikov's in a good position, though. He's got 2 forward docks,
right.
So he's going to have double the production that SayMyName has.
That is if his vills can, gather enough resources.
To keep making the boats, of course. That's true. But we're seeing here a defensive watchtower as well on the center island, which is not something you see that often. But this is going to help him secure this side of his TC. If he can keep running away with this transport ship, maybe keep it alive. No, unfortunately not. But he's still in a decent position. Like, with this tower, he's going to have a good chance of winning these fights. He's still got 1 more sheep to gather food from. And on this side, he has 2 boats to 1 against Nicov. And on this side, it's, 1-1 at this point. That one villager, though, repairing the fire galley, giving him a slight edge here. And then here we see Nicov just doing the same thing. He's like, okay, well, I can't afford to lose my pond either. I'm going to build the tower too. Which is going to help him a little bit, but still, even building a second tower at home as well, to defend his gold out on this side. Is he able to get this transport ship out? Can he make a trip? Don't run this way, there's fire galleys here, and there's a dock here. But he managed to make 1 successful offloading of villagers away from his island.
There's not a lot of space on that island. He's using up the real estate for houses.
Yeah, well, may as well, right? Build the houses somewhere. Yeah. These villages are idle. You may as well get them to work.
Well, I mean, okay, fair. But I feel like you can't build another watchtower or something. There's no space.
You can build them around this side.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
There's like 1 tile around that side and 2 around the other side.
And there's not enough room for a house, so that's fine, yeah.
Yeah. It's designed so that you can place a number of houses, but no farms around your TC.
But yeah, Nicov, he seems in a pretty good spot. Despite losing those sheep, he's actually got more villagers, 37 there to 32, and he's doing okay at defending. Like with the watchtower, this is all right.
And he got his transport ship out faster than SayMyName has, so he's actually had a little bit more idle time than Nicov has in the initial stages of this game.
Right.
The problem here is that Nicov is sort of, it appears, just completely given up on attempting to take over SayMyName's pond. He's slowly making out some fire galleys every now and then, but nothing, no sort of like concentrated effort. But here, SayMyName, where are these archers? They're not in yet, but he's preparing a land push against Nicov. And Nicov doesn't seem to have any sort of preparation for this whatsoever. Maybe if he can fully wall this quickly, he might have a chance. But this build doesn't seem to be in any position to do walling. Okay. Otherwise, how are we doing at home? SayMyName also has the same problem where he isn't fully walled, but that's a nice little easy one there. He can drop a house, try to secure this right-hand side of his base. And then another common thing that you see is you sort of build a wall across the edge of the map here. Makes this back area completely safe. Yeah. Oh no, he's maybe going to lose some villagers here.
3 galleys coming out. I can see why the water has become really important. You start with a lot of stone and berries and gold next to the coast, and therefore controlling it is... You lose those resources if you don't.
Exactly. And this map was originally designed before fire galleys were a thing, when you only had the normal galleys that fire arrows.
Right.
So they've got like 5 range. So if you control a pond, you deny completely everything. Like sometimes like the edge of the stone is too far away. Not when you're only making galleys, like the original intent was for this map. But Nicov seems to have just been able to defend these archers, push them away thanks to the tower that he has. Now he's dropping a barracks. He recognizes, okay, there is land military. I need to make something of my own. And what?
Whoa. GG coming from Nicov. The score is now
1-1.
1-1. But why the resignation?
I don't know.
Okay. I guess he lost his water presence here and doesn't think he can get it back. There's 3 galleys and a watchtower there.
There was a demo somewhere? Where was the demo? I don't see any dead bodies.
Game looks playable from both sides.
Right, like Nicov still has the 2 to 3 Vil lead that he had earlier. He has lost his fish, but it's otherwise the ecos are basically equal. I don't see any corpses anywhere that indicate a demo.
Yeah, even villager populations.
He's still got like a couple of vills here. Nothing along this side. Over here, maybe a demo against the fires. He had to pee, probably. Just, instead of pausing, I'm just going to give up on this game. I've got no idea. Like, yeah, he's behind in score, but in terms of, like, the actual game state, I think that seems easily winnable.
I'm baffled.
Yeah. Like, he's defended here. He's got access to stone if he wants it to mine to build more towers. And this sort of just feels like, well, I feel like I'm behind and I can't be bothered playing anymore.
Right, maybe he had the perception that he was behind, but we as casters know that's not the case.
Well, yeah, okay, he's running a little bit low on wood here, but he can easily move out to this side, right? You can wall around here, build a tower to defend this wood line.
Maybe he's trying to show SayMyName how it's done.
This way as well.
In the previous game, SayMyName took far too long to reside. In this game, he's like, "This is how you. This is what I'm.
This is what you're supposed to do when you're behind. You just call it instantly."
But a little bit too.
A little bit premature, I think.
Maybe. That's right.
Well, a little strange there from Mr. Nicov.
Does even up the game. But perhaps that long first game worked out. The strategy was to, prolong the game as much as possible and maybe...
Tilt him a little bit.
Yeah, maybe he's got the desired effect because he just won a game that was, I think, playable from both sides.
Yeah.
So, yeah, SayMyName going to be pretty pleased with that, bringing the score up to 1-1. And next we do go on to Highland. Let's hope Nicov doesn't resign quite so quickly there because I think we might be in for a long one if the previous match on Highland was anything to judge from. So, yeah, that's coming up next. Nicov, have you got it in you? I should hope so.
SayMyName have it in him?
Yeah, that's
we'll find out in just a minute as we go into the game. Here we are.
Number 3 in a best of 5 series. This is not game 1. I got it right this time. Spawning on the bottom of the map, we do have SayMyName.
Playing here in the red as the Huns. Interesting to pick. Huns are pretty good at everything. They're not like stellar really anywhere, but they have pretty good boats, good naval bonuses in the terms of like you don't need build houses, so you save wood, which means you can spend more wood onto your docks, onto warships, etc., which is nice. If they want to play land, they can do that with good archery ranges, good stables, etc.
I just think of the Huns as the Arabia Civ. I was honestly really expecting, take a look at his opponent, SayMyName, playing as the Malay.
Nicov
we saw
these.
you pardon me, yes, Nicov. But this is the civilization I was sort of expecting to see. It just seems really, really good on this map. Given the harbors that we saw. So Huns, do they keep up? What are your thoughts?
I think the most likely thing that we'll see is the Huns trying to play on land, right? Like you sneak some villages across, maybe a transport ship or something, and then go for scouts and archers, something like that.
Change the pace of the game,
Exactly.
Like, really. Yeah, try and hit Malay before they can get to that, those harbors in that super late game where they're really strong with the hand-sworded 2 men.
Exactly. Because I think early game, Malay have a slight advantage being fast up to feudal age. I mean, they get the first boats out, gives them a lead there on water. And then as the game progresses, their water lead is just going to get bigger and bigger when they start to get harbors and such. So I think it's 100% in SayMyName's best interest to try to get onto land. Possibly you could even just sneak a villager across, right? Like, don't even bother making a transport ship. Just do an early loom and just walk across and go, like, hide a villager in here.
This map is slightly different in the sense that the passage is made of ice, whereas before we saw shallows. How does that affect boats and having a navy?
Sometimes boats can't cross from one side to the other of the ice.
Right. In this case?
We'll find out during the game.
Right, well...
It's sort of random.
Okay, is it not specific? Like, there's a one-tile ice, they can cross it, and if there's not, they can't?
It depends on what sort of ice is spawned.
Not that simple, then. Right,
yeah.
Okay.
All ice looks the same, but I think there's 2 different types, and one of them's impassable to boats, and the other one isn't.
Gotcha.
Which is really strange.
Looks like, though, SayMyName is gearing up for a forward. That villager, he's gathered 10 food. He's looking to deposit that now, but I think that was just, in the meantime, something to do.
While he was waiting for the wood to come in to build his dock.
Exactly, there it is. Going to be seeing, not a forward on the other side, but a dock. Seems pretty important regardless of your strategy to build a dock and start doing things, but does place it on the right-hand side of the shallows, or the ice more specifically. And
I think that's probably the safer thing. Like, if you've seen that this is where the crossing is, which both players have, you can clearly tell that there's going to be more water on the right-hand side than the left.
You'll know.
So if you want good fish, the right-hand side makes more sense. If you're trying to win water, the right-hand side makes more sense because there's more water to win.
Okay.
Right? Just every reason that you're docking benefits the right-hand side, basically. If you're trying to do a landing, you've got more space to go do a landing, right?
Do you think we'll see that? I mean, he's blocking up here with palisades. It looks to me...
You always do that regardless,
right,
just in case there's some sort of land aggression.
Gotcha. But he's taking his sweet time to get on the other side of the map. His opponent's now coming to place palisades of his own.
Yeah, he might just go for the transport ship.
Okay. Which he's got a fishing boat in queue currently.
He'll do the transport ship closer to, like, when you click up a feudal age.
Right.
That's when you make the transport.
Okay, we're still very early days.
Still very early. Like, that's the thing that, like, surprised me the most so far, is that no one's tried to do just the crossing. Oh, now he's maybe trying.
Here we go. Maybe.
But like, if he'd done this, 3 minutes ago, before the scout was here, he would have been fine. But now, unless he can draw Nikov's scout away, which... Okay, he could do this. Yep. SayMyName, just keep the scout off to that side, and the villager's in. What? Okay, I was going to say, no one ever seems to do this, but now someone's doing it.
Right.
I love it.
Do you think this is, more likely because he's playing Huns that he needs to try and do something like this? He's not got, like, the super water potential like the Malay do.
I think that's definitely a part of it. I think the Huns are definitely favored if they're playing on land like this.
Oh, God, there's a wolf. Is that Vil okay? Yeah.
He does have a loom, that's fine, and he can get up on this hill. I think the big thing that might have screwed him is if Nicov had seen the footprints of the villager, but by now they have disappeared into the snow and he is fine. And on this side, he's just running far away, trying to, bait Nicov away, far, far, far away from this sneak villager. And back at home, what is he doing? He's on wood, No one on food. He's going to gold as well. So I'd probably expect like an archery range forward. So barracks and then drop archery ranges to start making the archers.
Oh, I'm excited, Robo. This feels like the pace will be very different from the previous game with military buildings already going up on the other side of the map there. We didn't really see anything like that previously. It was just fighting over the water, and only in the late game did people start sort of landing units. So I'm excited to see how this map on Highland, this game pans out differently.
If it pans out differently at all. Well, clearly we're going to see that. We've got the landing in. The question is really going to be, can he deal enough damage with the landing? Okay, we take a look at Nicov's base. He's already dropping a mill down. That's because he hasn't found 2 of his sheep, and he's scouted the fact that SayMyName is only on the 1 dock so far that he can see. He hasn't really made a ton of fish. He's very slow up to feudal age for a water build. So he's probably expecting, oh yeah, look at this. He's instantly starting to wall up. He's thinking, landing, that might be a thing. Let me prepare for that. But little does he know there's already an archery range, but maybe he sees it. He does see it. Oh boy.
Okay, so scouts that. The villager is walled in, though, but at least he knows what's going on. It's not like he's going to be blind and randomly have archers rocking up in his base. He can make preparations, but he is housed. I don't know if that's relevant, but something.
Yeah, the housing is slightly unfortunate, but not really a massive problem.
Right.
Like, dealing with this is far more important at the moment.
Does the dog health bar still move because of the seagulls?
Yes, it does. It does follow the seagulls. It's quite funny why that happens.
Yeah. Well, how is the tower going up there and looking like that archery range is being sort of walled in? The units coming out, not going to find. They're going to have to get away from the tower, and it doesn't look like they can sneak through any gaps there. That's happening on land. What's going on the water? Who's catching ahead? It looks like
Nicov is.
Nikov's got 2
SayMyName
one very
really
low,
borrow.
one very low HP though.
Probably taking a demo hit to the face, it seems, is my guess. But at this stage, Nicov should be quite confident of winning water. He just needs to make 1 or 2 more fire galleys, and then he's way ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And he's now successfully walled himself in mostly. I think there might be a hole behind the other side of this tower. Like, I can't see any walls. Yeah, like I said like this, there's nothing between the tower and that wood line. So it's possible that archers could sneak through there at the moment. But otherwise, right, we've got stone walls coming up all over the place. There's house walls too. Nikov's just going to be super safe at home. And then on SayMyName's side, his eco is a hot mess at the moment. He's got, 300 wood in the bank that he's not really spending on anything at all. Looks like he's trying to redock, maybe do a late contest for water, where Nicov isn't expecting it. And there we see one archer manage to dive in past this archery range. Not really going to do too much by itself. But, it's just a little harassment thing. No, don't just sit there, keep running. And there we see, there's the palisade wall to make sure no archers sneak in through there.
Okay, so landing not as successful or really doing as much as I thought it would. I thought the game would really pan out in the feudal age, a lot more sort of stuff happening there before we go up to the next stage. But it looks like it's been sort of just shut down by quick walls and housing and things like that.
Yeah.
And,
and just good awareness from Nicov. Like, he was out there scouting around. His scout saw the archery range. Like, just imagine if this archery range had been, like, up in this corner or something, and then Nicov didn't see it, and then 6 archers appear. They walk over here, they kill these vills, and they walk over here, kill some vills.
Right.
Deny the wood lines. Right, then it would be a very, very different game.
How is that water contention going? He's got 1 galley in production. Not been spot. Oh, he's got 2.
2 over on the side, because one
the
came
repair.
out.
Come on.
I don't think 1 vill's enough to repair, but it's enough for him to get ahead in that fight. And SayMyName might be able to...
If he can get that 2nd galley.
Oh, okay, so it seems it is passable, but only through a certain strip.
What?
Yeah, you can only pass on that certain strip at the top there, it seems.
How do you get over? Do you have to do some funky wizardry, or can you just right-click over the other side?
You should still be able to just right-click.
Why is he not pursuing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a mind reader.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
turn
guess
around, get the demo.
This is why he doesn't want to pursue. He can keep the pressure up on that side whilst one boat's sort of out of action.
I think he also sort of wants to try to harass these fishing ships while he can.
Yeah. Okay.
Demo? Nope. Oh, that was a waste of the demo. Feels bad, man, there. But SayMyName, his eco is starting to prepare up to Castle Age, but Nikov's even slightly further ahead. Nearly 600 food in the bank. If he can get up to Castle Age first, without giving SayMyName a huge lead on the water, I think he should be able to take back the water pretty comfortably. Alright, here we see that they're still fighting. Almost equal on water. Nicov is actually still slightly ahead, and he's closer to getting up to Castle Age.
This is so cutthroat for water control, and it looks like Nicov pulling ahead there. One very low HP boat, just trying to get it to safety.
You have to do the good thing, just
Two
pulling
very
it
low
back.
HP boat. Yeah, he's got to keep them safe, right? Like, if they get sniped off, they won't have that repair potential. How much does it cost to repair? The same as the boat, or less?
I think it's half.
Yeah, so it's worth repairing.
It's 100% worth repairing.
Yeah.
And these archers just coming over, they're not really going to be that useful. And there's still this one forward villager, not really able to do anything at all at the moment. On an outpost, you could maybe like trust this wood line, but Nicov has, this other wood line over here, this wood line up here. Not a huge amount of damage that he can do with a single watchtower. And there we go, Nicov up to Castle Age. SayMyName is about to follow him up. He nearly has the resources to go.
Is there really 26,000 gold on the map? That seems high. I didn't realize it was so high. That's Robo's testing it now.
Yeah, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 piles of gold.
Right, okay. That's much higher than I thought it was. I guess that's not high at all. It's probably just completely normal.
I guess so. I don't know. I've never actually really thought about it, but I would guess that this is mostly standard resources.
Yeah.
But here we see Nicov is just going to destroy water here, I think. He's going to get castle, a minute and a half faster than SayMyName here. And then, once he gets Fireship, once he gets that upgrade, he should be able to clean this up pretty quickly if he pays attention. Uses his boats to the max.
No, the max was the previous
The max was the previous game, yeah, that's true. And I say that, and then he is not researching War Galley, so...
Oh, here comes a red galley. Can they get the low HP ones?
He's also bringing the villager forward to do the repairs, but over here, the archers and the forward villager coming back.
They can snipe low HP ones, and they've got their line of sight because of the outpost there. They are very low. Is he going to take that? Yeah, it looks like it's going to go. There's one.
SayMyName might actually win the water back. I didn't think he'd be able to. I thought Nicov would just do War Galley and then just destroy, but...
Can you grab all the HPs?
And there's fishing ships in there as well, right?
Yeah, I just like seeing the health bars of the units.
Ah, right, okay. And just, yeah, so many fire galleys out here. And where's this village going?
So he's back. SayMyName, he's taken it.
He's back in it.
Yeah, he's controlling the water again. He's got 2 docks there, and is now up to Castle as well. And the Huns, they are looking pretty good right now. Right. And is also, you might be slightly behind on Vils, but it's just a small number. It really doesn't matter too much. I'm really liking this position.
Definitely, and he's getting War Galley, which is going to help him completely secure the water forever. There's going to be like a couple of demos coming out from Nicov, just a parting shot. Yeah, you've won water, but I'll try to kill some of your boats anyway while I'm at it. But at home, I'm really wondering what is Nicov doing, right? I would expect if you're not going to go for water, you would drop down TCs and start booming. But there's no TCs in sight. There's just
Imperials?
A Mangonel, and
he's not got the resources for that.
Not anytime soon.
No. What is he planning, do you think?
Honestly, I've got no idea. Okay, now there's a second TC coming up. Thanks to Capture Age, we can see the TCs on the minimap.
Yeah, I like that. It's a cool feature.
Honestly, I think it's my favorite feature ever. Just like instantly being able to see, oh, there's a TC.
And castles.
And castles as well, yeah.
Yeah, and trading post.
Nah, those aren't as important, unfortunately.
Gotcha there. Gotcha. No,
Third TC as well coming up, and he's got some defensive mangonels here.
Okay, so this is what you'd expect him to be doing, right? Booming. He's lost the water, though, which seems... But maybe it's all right later on if he can start sneaking down those docks. Perhaps he'll have a good, strong base to reclaim it from once they get turned into harbours with his upgrade.
And we've got the second TC as well from SayMyName, and I think that has to be what his plan is.
Right.
Get up to Castle Age, get the boom going, get a castle built at some point, and then just start building harbours and try to retake water.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else he could really do that's winnable. Like, yes, harbours are really good. Yes, having the trash two-handed swordsman, the Crambits are really good, and all those nice bonuses are amazing. But if your opponent has already got 40 galleons in the water, you're not really going to be able to easily get in a position to do anything about it.
Yeah, I guess the other option is not lose water in the first place, but that's a hard thing to say.
And it's a little bit too late to say that now.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
It's already going down.
Rip Mangonel. Oh no, that's full HP.
Yeah, that's full HP. I thought I turned that off.
No, I like it. I feel like we should.
You want to leave it?
Well, only if you got to pick one and stick with it, right? Because if you know, people will never get used to it if you keep switching to green. I like how it's much easier to identify which units belong to what team.
Well, to be honest, you can see that because these guys are blue and these guys are red.
Yeah, but sure.
I feel like that is the biggest thing. But that fight, by the way, we were busy discussing semantics there. He just killed 3 mangonels with 2 of his own without losing a single one. Like, that was a brilliant mango shot, and there's another dead one hidden behind this siege workshop. SayMyName is in a pretty resounding lead at the moment, I think.
Will, how does the capture age feel versus the age 3 spectator feature? I really like it. It looks a lot better. There's a few features I like from the age 3 one that are missing, like seeing all units listed in a sort of panel. Does that exist?
What do you mean by units? Like how many units each?
Well, we can see in the bottom right. Is that all the units they have? Or?
Yes.
Okay, so we do have that panel.
And then above that, it shows how many of that unit are being created.
Right,
So
right.
like, he has 51 builds and he's making 1 at the moment.
Yeah, so it seems like this is just more advanced and has more features. It seems better, honestly.
4th TC coming up as well.
There's no, like, military bar to... Oh, there is, though. It's down in the bottom there. Yeah, it's got everything it needs.
Military bar.
And more.
With the upgrades?
You know, eco pop and military pop.
Oh, yeah, down here.
Yeah, it's down there. Yeah.
Lots and lots of cool features.
It's got everything it needs and more. And the zoom is awesome.
The zooms, yeah. I still say that the TCs on the minimap is the best feature. Why hasn't Nicov quit yet? That is a good point.
He's only slightly ahead.
Yeah. He's got more points than he did the other game, so he must be winning, right? And oh boy, this is a Nicov wheelbarrow timing, by the way.
Why?
He is a player well known for not doing ego upgrades in a timely fashion. And wheelbarrow is generally good when a player has about 13 farms. Nicov has 30 farms plus a number that are idle. So he's gone, Nicov, 2 to 3 times past when he should have done wheelbarrow.
He does what he wants.
Yeah, that is true. Nicov does what he wants. Most beings of free will do that. And finally, we've got a 3rd TC from SayMyName, but he's starting to fall behind in villager counts. 4 TCs to the 2 at the moment. SayMyName should drop a castle on Nikov's side of the river. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, even just forward here on this castle, on this sort of hill here, secures 1 gold, gives him a position to push into this other one, and then gives him so many options. And oh boy, he's even trying to get in here and steal Nikov's relic. I like this. If he can do this...
That's a weird-looking monk.
This is the Southeast Asian monk.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, let's zoom in on his bald head. Look at those pixels on the bald head.
Graphic. Rip. Someone clip it. I bet a lot of people won't watch.
Oh my god.
Front page of Reddit. Oh dear.
Bloody hell, that was not what I was intending whatsoever. Oh, Nicov just killed his own mangonel, by the way.
Let's examine this monk's bald head. Bang! Rest in pepperonis.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. If I killed anyone's ears with that huge laugh, I'm so sorry, but...
Well,
that got me.
That relic's not going anywhere, and the mangonels have gone, and SayMyName's looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah. SayMyName up to Imperial Age.
And 100 vills now. 21 lead. Has control, land presence on his opponent's side here. Water control looking really, really good.
Oh, yeah. Nicov has not got any signs of going for a dock. We just did a quick scroll around. There are no docks anywhere. And I can hear Zach laughing in the background.
Yeah, the clip is coming. Ham's on it, guys.
Yeah, Ham's making
Don't worry, Snaps. The clip's coming.
Oh, God. And Nicov up to Imperial Age as well, following SayMyName up with the Vil lead, as Will was saying. The thing is, I think the problem at the moment for SayMyName is he didn't make any war galleys. Because fire ships aren't particularly good at, like, defending area near the water simply because they've got such short range. They're only 2-range unit. Whereas war galleys, right, they outrange mangonels. So they can sort of, prevent these sort of things happening by just picking them off before they come too close.
Are they both called galleys? One's a fire galley and one's a war galley.
One's a fire galley. Or
fire
in
ship.
feudal age, it's a fire galley, and then it becomes a fire ship.
I see.
And then otherwise, it's a galley, which then becomes a war galley.
Why haven't they made the warfire galley ship, which does both fire and a ranged?
I don't know, like, because you see here, like, these fire ships, they can't kill these vills. Oh.
As the vill died.
It died! The fire ships destroyed the castle!
Oh.
What?
That's a lot of stone gone.
Wait, no.
No, it didn't.
I thought it said he had no stone there. Okay, no, he deleted it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I nearly had a huge panic attack there.
Yeah, that looked like game over for a second.
Yeah. Shit, okay, but the castle's coming up. He's going to try to get back onto water. And right, if he had war galleys, they could be shooting these vills.
Yeah.
Here we see the first war galley coming over. Too late. Castle's up, buddy. Instantly shot.
Okay, let's see what he can do. Doc's being slammed down now as well. And with the harbor upgrade, has he got that in or is it coming
He's
in?
researching thalassocracy right now.
And this is where we see him push back out and get on the water.
Let's watch these docks become harbors. Hopefully there's no mangonel shots.
This is where like 5 trebuchets just like rain
Just appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, but yeah, about to get harbor in as Robo's so diligently showing us.
There we go.
And Huns, they're looking... Wait, which player is... This is red, right.
Red is the Huns, blue is the Malay. So the Huns military is over here. They've got some rams and cav archers trying to do a land push. And Nicov just has mangonels and skirms to defend, and then just going all out on harbor production, it seems. Is the stream live? The stream is very much live at the moment.
Sure.
We are casting recorded games, but we are here live talking with you.
Yeah, we'll turn the cam on just to show on head. No, we won't, but...
No, we're
moving
definitely not
swiftly
doing
on.
that.
Ballistics coming in for Nicov as well, which is going to make those harbors even better.
Yep, they'll hit moving
Look at
units.
them.
It'll buff the skirmishes as well.
Oh my goodness, he's
And
just flooding the coast with...
Going all out on the harbors. And like they'll just take down these docks. And these harbors have actually been nerfed significantly from when they were in the beta. In the early stages, 2 harbors could destroy a castle.
We got to prove it by saying tasted Wempo. There we go, I proved it.
Tasted one
Whole castle?
Yep.
What 200 wood dock?
2 150 wood docks could destroy a castle. And everyone who's like, yo, this is kind of like broken. Can you nerf that bit? Like, yep, we can do that. That makes sense. Fair enough.
They still look pretty good. I think it's this map that gives them...
Yeah.
Normally, you wouldn't get to shoot so much out of your dock, but...
Normally, like on water maps, it's still good because, it's harder for enemies to destroy your docks, but it's not as impactful because there's more space to move around and avoid the harbors. Whereas here, it's like, if you want to come from point A to point B, well, you have to go past it. There's nowhere else you can go.
Yeah, and now it looks like Nicov coming in with a land push as well. He's got some capped rams.
Let's say my name there with the cap rams.
Oh, pardon me. This is why we need the HP bars. Not that you could see them and why it would matter at all. But
Yeah.
I just want to prove myself right.
But here we see, like,
Okay.
he's got just the mass skirms and mangonels, just
And,
hard
and now a
countering.
trebuchet coming in too.
And he wants to take down this castle. He wants to secure his island. He wants to take back his side of the river, and his treb just getting nailed there by the Hun trebs. Hun's trebs, by the way, do have an accuracy bonus, kind of like Warwolf does for Britons, but not as much.
Oh, why is
It
that?
goes from like 30% to 60% as one of their civ bonuses. So, they're still more accurate in these sort of treb wars. But at this point, SayMyName's army is going to have a hard time pushing in against Nicov. Skirmishes and onagers, just hard counter ranged units, which is the majority of his army. And then, don't forget, there's these harbors here, just firing away volleys of arrows everywhere. We see even Nicov, he's starting to tech into halberdier and crossbowmen, so he's planning on making a big mixed army composition, but no one's actually really fighting water at all.
No.
They have.
They've given up on training boats. I mean, it's just like land units now, although the harbors are sort of water units or are associated with water, they're being used more like watchtowers.
Yeah, just really cheap towers that you can spam out. And Hun player did just research Marauders, which allows them to make the Tarkans from the stables. And Tarkans for anyone that doesn't know, they have really high pierce armor, so they're excellent against ranged units like skirmishes. They're excellent at sniping away siege, and then they're also really good at destroying buildings. It's like 10 or 15 Tarkans.
They got high siege damage?
Essentially, they've got an attack bonus for those buildings. So if 15 Tarkans run out here, they can kill this TC in, 20 seconds, and then just start killing all those villagers.
Right. So, I don't know. And it looks like SayMyName, his villager count's catching back up. He's only 15 behind, and as the vills count grows in general, like the further being behind isn't as relevant.
Yep, exactly.
So he's sort of, and he's still got this nice land presence, and those harbors are really strong, but he's not fighting next to them, or they're not really, he's not near them. It's not like they're providing too much of a bonus.
Right.
So
And he used the trebs to take down the ones that are a little bit too close, the annoying ones. And now these other ones over here, he can worry about those another day when he gets to that area of the map.
Do you think SayMyName is gearing up for a big push? He's got a lot of cav archers there and a lot of stables. He can mass a lot of Tarkans quickly, perhaps.
I think so. I think the thing he's lacking, though, is just siege rams at the moment.
Right.
And if he came in with like 10 or 15 rams...
He's got 2 trebs, though.
2 trebs, but there's these onagers in front that could maybe try to snipe them down. There's a couple of rams here. 4 capped rams, 6 capped rams about to come out. Imagine if they were siege rams. Like, they'd do so much more damage. But these cav archers, this does not look like a good fight. There's skirmishers, there's onagers, there's halberdiers already in their face.
Here we go, though. The fight has begun. And there's a lot of mangonels, though. I think that all the pikes, or halbs rather, have gone down. They're going to get flattened up. Although there's, having said that, a lot of skirms in the back.
There's a lot of skirms, but actually, I can take it back. SayMyName might be able to deal with this fairly well. Most of the halbs did go down, as you say. Now the Tarkans have free reign to take down these skirmishers, take down the onagers, but here comes just the flood of infantry from the Malay. Just Helbs and Karambas just charging in here.
Yeah, and the battle's taking... This game is just really taking place in this one small clearing where it's blocked by a cliff, so you can't... It's not even like you can leave.
Yeah, exactly. And even with this wood line here, it's very narrow passages, and you can't fit a huge army through at any one time. And SayMyName actually taking a little bit of a military lead in this particular part of the map at the moment. The problem is he just doesn't really have enough siege to make a big push at the moment. 2 trebs is nice, but you can't destroy buildings quickly with 2 trebs. You can take down enemy trebs. Oh, just missing that onager as well. Just the mass cavalry coming in. SayMyName, though, he's very low on gold. He can't really afford to tech into more siege at the moment. He's making a couple of Tarkans, some light cav, and some cav archers, and that's all at the moment.
What upgrades has he got on his cav archers? Are they looking good?
He's missing the second armor upgrade and Parthian tactics, which is kind of important. The skirmishers are going to deal more damage because he has less armor.
Okay, so my question I think I'm getting to is, how strong are cav archers? Because are they just better than other units once you've got all these upgrades because you can get more upgrades for them? Like they're just benefiting from, not only cavalry upgrades but archers? Is that...
That is some of it, for sure. And also just that, like, compared to a crossbow, a cav archer has 50 base HP plus 20 from bloodlines. That's 70. A crossbowman has only 35 HP. So you have like 1 less range, plus 1 attack, and plus double the HP.
And a lot of speed.
Yeah, and speed as well, right? So you've got a lot of extra bonuses, and especially in this sort of a late game situation where population efficiency sort of starts to become a thing, right? When you start to approach 200 pop, 100 cav archers or 100 crossbows, the cav archers are obviously going to win because they're just so much more stats. Yeah, they cost more, but once you're at 200 pop, the problem becomes how much population you can have.
Yeah, it's more about like how much power can I put on the board, and more pop efficient units are better. Yeah, makes sense.
Exactly. But here we see Castle coming up for Nicov. He's securing this position.
And
he's got a lot of trebs taken down.
Starting to push back, isn't he?
Yep. And it seems like these onagers, they're just getting a lot of good shots off, trading off really well against the skirms and cav archers from SayMyName. If he had siege ram, I still think he could have maybe made that push earlier with the 6 rams. But because of the lack of siege ram, they weren't tanky enough to get them through that hole. Like, they started winning and then they started to fall behind. And now I think we're probably going to see a GG fairly soon.
Looks like he's really gotten control of this. There's so many trebuchets, onagers, and the skirmishers there are going to be really strong against the cav archers. Just seems, yeah, Castle's down. It's just, he's losing his forward foothold on Nikov's sort of land.
Exactly.
Island, his side of the map.
The nice thing is that he has been mining this gold, preventing Nicov from getting it, which is, a slight benefit. Helps him a little bit, but now, like, these trebs, they're going to get flattened by these onagers. The cav archers are in position to get flattened by the onagers as well, possibly the skirmishers too. The Tarkans, though, are like the one redeeming quality. If he can take down the Treb, I think Nikov's probably won this game. Because, like, yes, the Tarkans are okay, but he doesn't have enough military. 45 military to 20 at the moment. And I feel like Force Levy coming in, Long Swordsman upgrade coming in. Soon we're going to see the Trash Long Swordsman soon to be upgraded as well. 200 Swordsman upgrade coming in right now. Full Trash coming out. We're going to see more harbors soon. And Nicov just going to take full control of the front. There we go. There's the first harbor.
And what's that? A castle?
That is a monastery. He wants that relic. Extra gold income.
Yeah, it looks like he's fully lost his forward base here.
And relic-wise, it's 2 relics each. This one's going to make it 3 for Nicov.
And tip the balance.
Tip the balance for him. And then now he's going to fully secure back his side. And there's a small army here that's just stuck in this corner, unable to do anything.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Soon this gate's going to go down. There's a defensive castle. Sure. SayMyName's taking the galleon. I think it's a bit too late to try to go for Waterman. There's harbors all over the place. I don't think that's going to work as you expect.
Maybe he wanted to put them on the other side of the ice, but now harbor's going up on that side as well.
Yeah. He's going to have trouble getting anywhere, and that's a castle as well for Nicov. Maybe, though, or the sneaky army coming around the back, maybe they can get that bombard cannon, get some of the siege weapons. Not before he takes a big hit, though, but he's sniped off a couple of siege weapons. He can deny this castle, possibly. The harbors, though, look at them firing away.
That is impressive.
Even this one, though, is a little bit distracted by the dock. They're still around. They're still there to help out. Monk trying to get a convert off as well.
What about the arrows? The arrows are mortaring. They go up and down. Yeah. Okay.
And then here we see the Trebs. They're about to take down this forward castle as well. There's a big cavalry push coming soon from SayMyName. But there's Halberdiers. There's still the 200 swordsmen. There's enough units here that I think Nicov should be secure in taking this game. And yeah, now it's just going to be waiting, I think, for SayMyName again to realize, okay, it's trying to make jokes. Guys, I don't try to make jokes. I make jokes. If you don't think they're funny, there's something wrong with you.
Robo is the joke.
That was not nice. That was very not nice. Oh, Jesus. Feels bad, man.
Bullying.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to get banned from this chat before long. Too many mods are going to be like, I don't like you.
I'm glad Flo's got my back.
No, I love Robo, really. Robo's a good guy.
This is so sad. Are we saying the sad part is this game, or Will insulting me? I'm not too sure at the moment. But oh boy, Nikov's here with the harbors on both sides of the crossing. These galleons, they're not going to really deal anything to anyone. Like, they calm down here, they're going to get flattened by arrows. These Trebs, kind of in a risky position, but there's just so much infantry spamming across this causeway.
Yeah, he's now not only destroyed the forward that was on his side of the map, he's now pushing into his opponent.
Yeah.
And even harbors coming down on the other side of the river, really. If somehow SayMyName is able to push back, he'd have to go through all those harbors, and gaining ground would be so difficult. And looks like the GG coming in there. Nicov is victorious and brings the score up to 2-1 in the series. Yeah,
that was really well played. Like, I didn't think he had it in him, to be honest. Like, when he just completely gave up on water control, I didn't think he'd win the game. But he just macroed really well. He was moving really hard, a lot harder than SayMyName, and he had such a good army composition there in the end. The skirmishes and the onagers just perfectly shut down SayMyName's early attempts at aggression with the skirmishes and cav archers. Oops, leaning on the table a little bit too much. And yeah, Nicov just put on a really, really powerful and dominant display there, showing how good the Malay really are in late game on a mixed water map like this. We'll take a look at the twin game scene. I'll update that momentarily. Update the score correctly. Nicov is up to 2 points. And he has won Highland. Well done to Nicov.
Yeah, and this series does continue, spicing up here with a 2-1. No one decisively in the lead yet. Nicov is ahead, of course, but it's not like he's on match point. Actually, yes, he is.
He is on match point.
Okay, never mind.
Whoops, I said 3 for a second. That's not supposed to be there.
He is on match point. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like SayMyName can catch up, right? It's not like he's got no points on the board. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's a series.
Yeah, as soon as you get 2 points, Will, that means that you have match point. That is how the best of 3 works.
Now I'm the joke.
Yeah. Your math skills are a little bit of a joke. But that's okay. We're going to go into game number 4. We've got Acropolis. A map we haven't actually seen that often at all so far on the 1v1 stage. A lot of players don't really seem to like playing it for some reason, even though it's another Arabia-style map.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one's different and similar. Arabia, perhaps it's not. It is Necropolis. No, Acropolis.
Acropolis.
Necropolis would be dead people.
Yes,
Something
we
like
don't want
that.
to. We
No.
don't want to go where the dead people are.
Ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the bottom of the map in the color blue, we do have Nicov playing as the Magyars.
That's it.
Here he is
Magyars.
on his Acropolis, a raised platform, so to speak.
That's it exactly.
And
He's got this big unwallable hill. This grey-black rocky terrain. It's an uphill, and you can't build walls or any buildings on it whatsoever.
Okay.
So it's quite difficult to defend the top of your hill, right? Because there's sparse wood lines, very small. You've got like 1 stone, 1 gold, and your berries, and that's about it. After that, you have to descend from your Acropolis, find the bigger wood lines, find the extra golds, the extra stones that are around the map.
And they're really small piles.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
That's really interesting. It's like the same amount of gold and stone, but just 24,000 gold,
More spread out.
6,000 stone. Yeah, and you have to sort of move around the map more, gathering it as they expire more quickly, things like that.
Exactly.
But SayMyName up on the top of the map here, and this sort of shows off the hills a bit better, I think.
Yep, now we can clearly see the uphill and the downhill
Yeah.
from this angle.
Here he is playing as the Franks, and like on Lombardia, which is also an Arabia-style map. Franks, pretty good there, apparently, so makes sense to see them here, and that's what he's gone with.
Franks and Magyars, they're both fairly similar, Civ. They both want to be making scouts into knights, and they both have really good bonuses to their scout rush. The Franks, everyone knows they've got 20% extra HP on their scouts, which is really nice. It's like a mini Bloodlines for free that you get instantly. So any sort of early scout fights, if you're equal on numbers or even slightly behind, you can still win quite comfortably. Whereas for Magyars, once you hit feudal age, your scouts and your man-at-arms, for that matter, get forging for free, which is +1 attack. So, the trade-off is, do you want scouts with +1 attack or scouts with +9 HP?
They both sound good.
Right, in terms of like just purely based on that bonus, they're pretty equal, right? You'd say they're both good upgrades to have. The difference then becomes eco bonuses. The Franks, they gather their berries 20% faster. Really good for getting your fast uptimes and being able to afford to make get your upgrades in feudal age, get your scout production going, making some spears as well.
That sounds like it's pretty good, especially with maybe cheaper castles as well.
Yeah, for later in the game, for sure. But for the Magyars, your scouts themselves cost a little bit less. I think it's 10% cheaper, so you save 8 food per scout. It's not a huge amount, but, it is a small bonus.
Yeah, over time, that could help you
It
get up
starts to add up for sure.
Help you get up to castle a bit quicker, maybe. Similar to Franks, maybe.
Yeah, it's just the Franks bonus is more flexible. Whereas the Magyars, if you're not making scouts, you don't have an eco bonus, essentially.
Okay, and in the late game, the Magyars then comes back into play, super late game, where you're spamming trash.
Spamming out trash, exactly. And then like other units, they both got like okay archers in Castle Age, but the Magyars are more likely to stick with archers if they want to. They get Arbalest in Imperial Age. They get really good cav archers as well.
So both civs, very good cav, and as a result of that, do you think we'll see pikemen from both players like we saw before?
I think it's quite likely, and especially from the Magyars, right? Because they're spearmen, they get forging, so they get +1 attack for free in Feudal Age. So your spears also win fights against the enemy spearmen because you've got +1 attack. But then as the game goes later, the Franks get throwing axemen, which is, it's an anti-infantry ranged infantry unit essentially, which is pretty nice in the Castle Age and early Imperial Age when you're countering helds. So like there's sort of a nice, I think, balance between what civ composition the different civs go for and how they try to use it to the best of their abilities. But we see here both the players getting up to Feudal Age on 20 pop. SayMyName slightly behind. Only 8 seconds, though, not a big deal. And yes, we did just see SayMyName stealing 2 sheep that were out here on the edge of the Acropolis. And I guess like the final thing that we really need to highlight on this map is how important these small wood lines are. We see here Nicov building both of his lumber camps on the small wood lines. Like, once you've chopped through 5 or 6 trees, this lumber line is really inefficient. You have to build a new lumber camp, which becomes quite expensive over time.
Right. So
Whereas here, SayMyName's built his second lumber camp down off the hill.
but on a much more efficient wood line.
Yeah, it's more long-term investment, but it's much more difficult to defend early game because it's further away from your base.
It seems like then with these sparse wood lines that there's like an extra tax on gathering wood. It's almost like you gather wood slower because you have to spend more of it on lumber camps.
Yeah, replacing your lumber camps. That's it exactly. Which makes it a little bit harder to play in the early feudal age because, you know, if you come down here for this wood line and then Nicov comes forward and builds a watchtower here, he denies this lumber camp, and then you're forced to retreat back up to the top of the hill to your, you know, somewhat shittier wood lines, and then, you know, essentially restart this process of dealing with the crap wood lines, which is not ideal.
Barracks coming down though from red, from SayMyName.
Yep, and then there's the stable down at the bottom of the hill, and then over on this side, stable to the left of Nicov. He's sort of walling off between some of the outer forests to help defend this area a little bit, make it a little harder for roaming scouts to just come in here and pick off villages.
So do you think we'll see pikes? Are there any in queue? Looks like Blue is training scouts at that at his stable.
Blue's just making scouts, and Red made a single spearman, which is just to make sure that he doesn't lose any villages early on his downhill lumber camp.
Right, so it's important to have the necessary defense
early. Just for now, I would expect them to start adding spearmen in a little bit later on in feudal age for sure. I think it'd be a bit of a mistake from both players if they don't make a number of spearmen.
So they're going to see some spearmen, right?
Mm-hmm. But for now, it's just going to be the usual, just roaming around, try to find, you know, some stray kills, maybe on a scout cav or a villager that's a little far away from home, and not take too many risks, because this can be a very, very snowbally map. Because if you're being aggressive, right, if you can deny this wood line, force them up onto the hill, and then keep the pressure on, like, you just keep threatening them. Like, once they run through this wood line, they move to this one, then that one, and then once they've run out of decent wood lines on the top of the hill, where do they go for more wood? There's not really many options because, you know, your army is still running around threatening them because you've got the military advantage from the early fights. But, oh, maybe you're going to be the first kill of the game. Nope, villager makes it back to the TC. And there's a spearman coming in. And more scouts, it seems. Nicov, where's your army? Coming around the back here. Is he going to get that spearman? Oh, and a second spearman coming out of nowhere.
It seemed like quite nice micro. Like the spearman that the cavalry that the spearman decided to attack, he sort of pulled off initially. Which
exactly, that's
nice.
what you do. So that, and because the spearmen have quite a long attack speed, so like, you know, they swing once and then they take a while. Oh, he didn't get a villager. He just deleted the palisade wall there. But it looks like Nicov is coming ahead by quite a large margin here in this early fight. He's got a villager or two. He's 3 villas ahead now, and he's still fairly equal in military. He's down on scout numbers, but he does have some spearmen. Oh, but there goes another scout. Oh, and another one. Okay, I take it back. Nicov is not ahead on military. He's just like on the full spearman defense plan at this point, it seems. Come on, say my name. This is your chance. You have the numbers. You've got 6 military to 4. You have 6 scouts to only 3. You can get in here and pick off these villagers. There's an injured one. She's going to go down. And yeah, as Flo says in the chat, the +1 attack on scouts makes it so much easier for the Magyar player, which is Nicov, to pick off villagers or spearmen or scouts in a fight. Because, you know, you're dealing 1 more damage. Whereas the HP is only really useful if you're engaged in a fight against units.
Right.
So, not as useful all the time.
+1 attack sort of feels like it has infinite potential as well, whereas 9 HP is just 9 HP.
Exactly. So, early, when you're sort of running around raiding, this attack bonus is so much better. But soon, we're going to see, like, when we get to the big fights, when you've got like 10 or 12 scouts each possibly, then you worry about it. But at the same time, it sort of turns around because essentially, it literally is free forging for Nicov. But SayMyName can also research forging himself at some point. Because, you know, it's just a blacksmith upgrade. Everybody gets it.
Double forging.
And that's not a thing, unfortunately. So at some point, SayMyName can level out the attack upgrade.
Okay, you catch up.
Yeah, you catch up. So it's very much a small power spike
And then he has 9 extra HP as well.
until they get bloodlined, and then it swings back the other way. So it's very much a timing on the upgrades makes a difference on who is ahead. But these is a big number of scouts here. Are they going to take the dive under the TC? It looks like if all these gates, if you can get that one palisade wall, that's pretty good. Oh, these scouts, they're sort of just trapped in here now. As long as like they don't accidentally open a gate and let these scouts in, I think SayMyName might. Oh, if he could have walled those scouts in, that would have been huge. Oh no, he opened the gate. He opened the gate, and then he goes back. Oh my god.
Overchop soon.
It might be an overchop there anyway.
Oh, moonwalk.
Moonwalking scout, recognizing that there's a hole there, but oh no, there's a spearman in the villagers getting in here. And Nicov bringing his scouts around the back, and now these 2 scouts. Oh no. SayMyName was in such a good position a moment ago, and now he's way falling behind. I think that was a little bit of a misplay. He tried to dive under the TC. As soon as he saw it was walled, I think he should just run away instead of staying in that risky position. What's he going to try to see at SayMyName's base?
Yeah, there's scouts on both sides. Blue's approaching this base here.
Yep.
And red is
doing the same on the other
just
side.
raiding in different locations or trying to. I don't know if he can find a way in. Soon, though, it's inevitable. He's going to be chopping through these
really tiny little wood lines. They're going to cut through at some point. And even you're just finding holes through the houses and things like this. A stray villager chopping a straggler tree really far away from base. But where are these scouts going to come in? They can maybe get these 4 villagers on this lumber camp.
Yeah, has he seen them enter the base, or do you think...
He's definitely seen them now. They're running like basically underneath his TC.
Okay.
If he's paying attention, he would have seen them. But no, he's just running.
And he's going to wall anyway. But is it worth it? I guess he needs the houses at some point, but those trees...
Is there maybe a hole?
There's not many trees
maybe,
left.
Maybe? Is he just going to sit here and wait for him to overchop? I guess so. Nope, he's going to run away again.
We are waiting.
And oh boy, SayMyName coming forward with villagers now. Can Nicov see this? He's trying to get some walls off here just to try to defend this farmer. He can see the villager now. There's 2 villagers. He's trying to build a market as well at the same time. But SayMyName, where are you going? Okay. He's trying to just tower, deny these farms from Nicov. Prevent him from having a nice food eco, which is what you want to keep making your scouts, making your spearmen, preparing for the castle age. And maybe Nicov can come around the back and deny this tower? I don't think so. The tower's going up.
It's up.
It's well and truly up. And now look at this. There's like 4 or 5 farms now that are completely useless to Nicov. He cannot use them anymore. He doesn't want to risk these villagers dying as they go out on these forward farms. And the tower is going to continue. And if he can deny this main stone here with this tower, Nicov... Oh, Nicov! Oh, this could be bad. There's these spears trying to get around the back. But this tower, I think, it should be going up.
It's a lot of villas. But pikes, pretty good. There's a lot of them.
A lot of spearmen, that's
Red's
for
going to
sure.
have to get going. How much health on that outpost is up?
The outpost, yep, the watchtower is up.
Watchtower, yeah. What I meant.
These scouts still not really wanting to take a fight against this mass spearman. But is Maybe going to lose a villager? Nope, she manages to survive. But the tower's getting a lot of kills. Lots of damage on these spearmen. And these scouts, like, they're always threatening to just run in here and kill something. But SayMyName is closer to Castle Age. Can he get this tower? Nicov, you need this tower to defend. And just, oh man, are we seeing the double racks? Nope, there's still the 1 racks, and they're just streaming in now, it seems. And Nicov buying food up to Castle Age, just like that. SayMyName going to follow up in just a moment.
Quite a prolonged feudal, it seems.
It was, yeah, because this map is just so aggressive. Alright, like, just keeping the pressure on, right? Harassing these farmers, because it's almost impossible to fully wall your base, like you often see on Arabia.
Right.
Because there's no wood lines to use. Right, and your farms are up here, but you might be taking wood down there, so you have to defend 2 different places, etc.
Okay, and also it prolongs feudal because you have to spend more wood on lumber camps, which means less farms, perhaps, as well.
Or you just have like these really shitty wood lines where you're just gathering wood slower than normal.
Either way, it's slower. So, and it just compounds. Interesting. So, top level perspective, who do you think came out ahead in that sort of early, the early feudal sort of? What are we looking at here? 46 villagers to the Frank player to SayMyName in the north. and 41 to Nicov.
Nicov does have wheelbarrows, so he's only 2 vills behind. It's not the 5 that it looks like.
Right.
Plus, he's, almost a villager faster, so he's only really 1 villager behind, I think.
That's pretty good. So pretty even, actually. But there are outposts, or watchtowers, rather, on the front. One has gone down.
But they're still denying, like, all these farms that he's had to delete because he doesn't want his villagers to accidentally retask onto these forward farms and start dying. Because, you keep your injured villagers near your TC for safety. It's not very useful if this villager that has 5 HP walks to a forward farm and just gets one-shot by a tower.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Oh, and this could be big. Like, he's continuing to tower the wood lines.
He is up, though.
Can the Castle Age Knights, can this be enough of a power spike to get Nicov back into it?
So, what do you think? Who came out ahead in that early game? Or dead even?
I think it's fairly even. I think Nicov is very slightly ahead, but I don't think it's a massive margin.
Right.
By the way, Nicov now gets +2 attack for free, because that bonus stacks in all the ages. You get the melee attack upgrade for free every age.
It seems particularly strong in the feudal age, because it's harder to get a blacksmith and therefore the upgrades. But out this later with bigger economies, it seems less important. But still,
it's often that you don't really do the second attack upgrade because it's quite expensive. What it is,
okay.
Like the feudal age one is 150 food. The Castle Age one, which is the exact same benefit, is 220 food and 150 gold.
Right. Okay, but he does have it, and that's
he does have it for free.
It gives you a nice spike in the early Castle Age as well. But knights now on the field, coming out of these stables, and it looks
a lot of spears as well here. So Nicov coming out slightly ahead in these fights, even though he doesn't have wheelbarrow. Sorry, doesn't have bloodlines. That's the word I'm looking for. He's got +2 armor, +2 attack. So they're almost. Oh no, he doesn't have +2 armor. He's got no armor upgrades. Sorry. He's only got the free +2 attack.
What's Nicov doing? He's selling a lot of stuff to get stone. Is he a castle?
He's built a TC at the back of his base.
Stone for the TC.
To secure some more wood lines. And where is he going now? I'm just so confused the lack of upgrades on his knights. No bloodlines, no +1 armor.
He just sold all his resources to get the second TC down. Maybe he's like delaying it and would rather get that TC. Maybe because he's not intending to take a fight. He doesn't want the upgrades just yet. Maybe that's why.
Could be for sure. And neither player getting the Castle Age wood upgrade bowsaw.
Is that expensive?
Not that expensive. 150 food, 100 wood.
Maybe it's not like as worth it because this wood lines
should be. It's
so
still 20% faster wood chopping.
Okay.
Like you almost
20% is 20%.
Yeah. You only don't get it when you can't afford it. And I guess, obviously they can't afford it. Nicov's got no food at the moment.
I think the town centers make sense, though, because the villagers have to be protected, and it's so easy to raid. So maybe that is, the priority on this map. And
Nicov seems to be switching into full monks at the moment, because he doesn't really have the food eco to keep making knights and vills. So he's like, I'll just make the gold-costing monks instead.
Okay, it's a way to spend the gold, and they seem pretty strong when your opponent's got quite a lot of knights out, which he has.
And on this forward fight, it's fairly equal. The only difference is there's all this extra HP thanks to the free bloodlines, essentially, that SayMyName gets on his knights. Otherwise, those numbers are pretty standard. Ivic coming in with a 13-month sub.
Hello, boys and girls. That's one way to enter the chat.
No. It's hello, boys and grills. You're gonna read what he says.
Dyslexic.
Feels bad, man.
Grills. I'm not, but sure.
If that helps you sleep at night, we'll go with that.
Right.
But here we see the monks. They're trying to get some converts off, but SayMyName trying to sneak in here with the scout cabs, try to snipe them, and that's not working out right now. Still getting a couple of villager kills, right? They're equal on vills, even though Nicov does have the second TC at the moment. And he's also dropping down a third TC on this lower wood line, finally securing some space off of his Acropolis.
He needs to move to a good wood line at some point. Does he have 3 TCs now? And his opponent on, I think, a second one.
And he's just building his second one over here on the gold and the wood line.
So Nicov is ahead on terms of, villager production potential.
But at the moment, he doesn't have that lead in terms of actual villagers.
He'll get there, yeah.
And he built this TC on these 2 wood lines, and the 2 wood lines are basically gone already. Which is like, well, what? Why did I do that? It seems a bit silly.
I guess he needed protection at the time. Yeah, I suppose you can build some farms around it.
I don't think there's space to build farms there. I think that's only 2 tile gap. It's hard to tell from
Here come the knights.
But the knights, they're going to maybe snack on 1 or 2 vills. Even just causing idle time here will be enough to keep harassing Nicov. Coming around this side as well, baiting away the army while this one comes in from the other side. Gets 2 vills. Now he can run away. These knights can possibly try to come in for another fight. But now, Nikov's army is almost entirely made up of 8 monks and then a bunch of knights that he's converted. Which is kind of interesting. Oh, getting that quick wall and to save that one villager. Nice done, but they're going to break through pretty quickly if he doesn't quickly wall behind this.
Yeah, and all the pressure seems to be on Nikov's base here. SayMyName is dictating the pace of the game at the moment, and there's nothing really... He's not sending any units to his opponent. SayMyName is at home, uncontested,
Yeah, basically.
Oh no, here we go. There are units coming now.
Knights are trying to raid, but we've got 2 more barracks coming down, so we're going to see mass pikemen soon from SayMyName. And Nicov appears to be saving up enough stone to build a castle. But there's still the counter raids coming on at home. Maybe going to snipe some of these monks. No, both the monks survive, and on this side the knights can't break in just yet, and more waiting on the front lines.
Outside, ready to go. It's a real siege now.
Yeah. And then these ones all getting in here, denying the gold. You're going to kill at least a couple of villagers here.
Yeah, they ain't leaving. Well, they are now. They deleted the buildings. He's going.
That's still a win, right? You're causing him to delete houses that he's built. Maybe he gets housed.
Yeah, a couple of converts coming in,
a couple of hills, though. And yeah, as you say, those converts turning it around a little bit. Still in SayMyName's favor, I feel. The score says Nikov's ahead, but I don't think he's really in the lead. Like, he's constantly getting harassed at home. Constantly losing villagers here and there. He's equal on villager count, but he's still missing bowsword, by the way, so all of his lumberjacks are less efficient. And SayMyName, oh boy, coming forwards with a castle. These villagers, though, just having a hard time pathing. If he gets this castle up, Nikov's just building buildings right next to it anyway. Doesn't even know the castle is going to appear there.
This has been such a sort of hectic game. Units everywhere.
It's constant raiding all the time, everywhere. And now SayMyName's going to get here and he's going to realize, well, I can't build the castle where I wanted to. I'll just go back a little bit.
That seems quite ambitiously forward.
I definitely does, with not a lot of military to protect it. And Nikov's army, 25-14 now. He's got knights and spearmen and monk, everything coming over here trying to deny this castle. Every monk that gets a convert on this knight, the knight will turn around and come kill these vills. And now the vills, they're running away. Yeah. The castle is left here on 27%.
Castle denied.
Looks to be denied. He probably has to delete this castle at some point. And now Nikov's military lead. Look at this, 27-4 now. All of a sudden, Nikov's gone from being like, I think he's behind, to well and truly in the lead now. He was 100 points ahead a couple of minutes ago. Now he's nearly 900 points ahead almost. 800, sorry. And that's technically not a doubt castle because he didn't lose every single villager trying to build it. It's a attempted forward castle that failed.
I thought doubt castles were just forward castles that failed. It's losing all your vills.
Yeah, a doubt castle is when you build the castle, but you lose a lot of villagers. Or maybe you don't build the castle, but you still lose a lot of vills. For instance, SayMyName's castle in game 1.
All that time ago.
All that time ago, if you can remember back to that Spanish First Frank game. And now this castle is going to deny this gold, deny this wood line from SayMyName. He's running around on this side. Look how much wood he has in the bank. 1,600 wood shows that he's been mismacroing quite significantly at the moment. He doesn't have that many farmers. He has 21 farms. On this side of the map, 41 farms. That is a huge difference there, which is essentially allowing Nicov to afford to keep massing this large army.
I love how you can zoom out and double-click the farms just to find out.
Just to count them, yeah. Nice and easy way to do it. And yeah, this castle is going to be so good. It denies the gold, denies the PC, denies all these wood lines. You can destroy this barracks with ease. Otherwise, where's he going? Where does he think he's going to raid? He doesn't actually see this wood line, but I think he's probably assuming, well, if I deny this wood line, he's probably not going to take this wood line. He's going to have to go somewhere else. And there's a gold here. He might be on this spot. Okay, no, he's not here. We'll just keep running around. Maybe we'll find something a bit later. There's a couple of knights running around. A couple of pikemen trying to do some raiding. Oh, you just missed it. You just missed all of that. But anyway, he can come in here and kill these vills on the stone, on the farms. Deny the majority of SayMyName's farming eco. Completely deny any chance of him making military. And here we see a defensive castle, somewhat from SayMyName. But it doesn't really achieve anything except for stopping knights from just running under the TC and dying. Here, look at these knights. They're just running around everywhere, picking off bills at this wood line. Nikov's nearly 20 bills ahead now, when for a long, long time he was equal, if not slightly behind. And the rating toll. Large score lead here for Nicov. He looks to be in a commanding position in this game. SayMyName going for another castle here, try to defend some of his farming eco. Personally, I would have preferred it over here, because there's these farms in the north as well, but I guess this will do a job. It'll do a goodie here. But oh no, Nicov up to him. That's
what he wants.
That is definitely what he wants. And SayMyName, he's close to going up. He's almost got the food to do it. But remember, he's 30 villas behind now. He's still raiding at the back, picking off more and more villages every second. Yes, he loses a handful at home in return, but when you've got a 30 vill lead, it's okay to lose one or two. Oh, but these quick walls trying to trap the knights in so they take arrow fire from the castle, but the castle is not built in time, unfortunately. The knights managed to almost juke their way out. Nope, they're still trapped inside here. These pikemen trapping them in. That was pretty well done by SayMyName there. Getting them stuck in this position, getting the converts, getting the pikes and knights on top of the enemies. But he's still so far behind in eco. Just look at this
That's
army.
a lot of monks.
That's a lot of monks.
There's pikes mixed in there
There's
too.
a couple of spearmen too to protect them.
Spearmen.
And he's expanding out to this side. He's also collecting some relics. I'll take a look at that. How many relics does he have? He has 2 relics in total, so there's 1 someplace else. He's taking down these forward towers as well, which is, somewhat useful. Secures some more farming space, which is nice. And he's also getting handcart and bodkin arrow, so he's just continuing to upgrade his army, dropping more stables, going to keep spamming these knights all over the place. His TC is almost down. 40 villager lead here for Nicov.
Yeah, he's really, really pulling ahead.
Yeah, nearly, 1,800 points, 1,900 points, soon to be a 2k point lead for Nicov. And SayMyName's trying to build another TC, but he's only actually really got 1 TC that's working at the moment. Because this one hardly counts, because half the villages that come out just seem to die instantly. So this is the only TC that's really making villages.
Yeah, you think he's realised that?
Yeah,
Trying to get out
let's
of
stop doing that.
Did he delete it, or what is that?
The castle just killed it.
The final volley.
The final volley took it down, but now Nicov in
dear.
Imperial Age.
That's a lot of knights coming on that wood line as well.
Oh yeah.
Imperial Age in, raiding a massive, making that Vil gap even wider, and chain barding as well as Cavalier coming in. So these knights going to get very, very tanky and strong very soon. He's
forced away a little bit by these pikemen, but he killed a couple of villagers, and with the monks getting some converts as well, I think he should have a good chance at winning this fight, I should say. Or even just healing, honestly. Just healing your knights or healing your spearmen while they're in the front tanking. Converting some throwing action in the back lines as well. Denying this wood line, these bills have to walk away. Has
he got any wood that he can get? I guess he's...
Just these 2 TCs on this side and, a handful of trees up here that he isn't even bothering with.
They're the backup trees.
Backup trees, yeah. Saving them for a rainy day.
And they're not very good to begin with, so he sort of just ignored them.
That's it, exactly. And Nicov now also getting some monk upgrades to make his monks even better. Get the converts in faster from a longer range. Soon they got 12 range on his monks.
They can spread the word of God more effectively with block printing.
Exactly. To more people from a longer distance.
Yeah.
Spread the word far and wide. And SayMyName. He just bought 100 stone because he wants to keep repairing this castle. He wants to keep it alive, but it is slowly falling to this one singular treb. And then the Cavalier raids. If and when he finds this area, does Nicov see this? I'll take a look.
He sees farms.
And he can't see them through the fog wall, but now he does. That's just a spectating issue. The farms are actually never visible unless they see them themselves.
We see farms.
We see farms.
Yeah,
but yep, he's found this. The Cavaliers are going to come over here, start picking off these vills.
2,500 score up is pretty impressive.
Insane.
That's castle's about to go down. I don't think he can save it. And Cavalier now in as well.
Yeah, and SayMyName really hasn't got any Imperial Age upgrades. He's in Imp, and then he hasn't done anything at all with it. Not a single upgrade from the Imperial Age has been done, as far as I can see. which sort of begs the question, what's the point of going Imperial if you're not going to do anything Imperial Age related?
It's imposing and menacing.
Right. Oh, and here we're going to see the Magyar unique unit. Mercenaries means their unique unit becomes a trash unit.
Nice.
So they're essentially like a Hussar, but slightly different stats and attack bonuses, but essentially performs the same role. Light cavalry running around for raiding, picking off...
That don't cost gold.
That don't cost gold. Normally they cost 10 gold apiece, and then this upgrade costs 300 gold to make them gold free, so if you're going to make more than 30, it pays for itself essentially on the gold cost. Which is quite likely if you're going to see a long game, because the Magyar Hussars are just so strong for raiding potential. Plus, he also gets SayMyName's gold here. Finally, we're seeing Halberdier, the first Imperial Age upgrade for SayMyName. But I don't think he's going to be able to keep this game going for much longer. Yes, he has a military lead. Yes, he has a lot of throwing axemen. Yes, he has a lot of pikemen. But Nicov is just running him ragged all over the place. Nikov's even getting Paladin. That is how confident he is at the moment. He's denying this gold. He's going to have these 2 golds. The only gold SayMyName has access to is this one here.
Suppose he's got the extra gold to spend.
Yep, he can afford Paladin at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he just, picks up all these villages, comes forward and builds a mining camp and says, mine gold, give me.
Leave.
Yeah, feed me. Feed me gold.
Give me the coins.
Paladin Pogchamp, that's it. I'm sorry, I should say. And still the Cavaliers running around, trying to raid whatever they can. 50 villager lead at the moment. These tribes... Oh, here we can see a Magyar Hussar. Look at them. Their pointy lances and their shield.
They're pointy boys.
They're pointy boys on a horse.
It's quite a long stick.
It is a long stick.
Oh!
The Helbs are going to come. The Helbs are going to absolutely destroy this unless the monks can get a lot of converts, which I don't think will make a difference. The Helbs should clean this up pretty easily at the moment. But I don't see how he's going to win this game from this position. Making Helbs is all well and good, but it's not a game-winning strategy in the end. It's an excellent unit to support your army, maybe even be the majority of your army, but you need some other powerful unit to support it. And this castle here, soon SayMyName's going to have no wood income. There's Paladin raiding the farms, raiding the wood line. The castle's going to deny all of this space. He's going to take this gold away from him soon. And there's one villager that's still just stuck there. Weirdo. Get back to work. And
more Halbs, but...
More Helbs coming in. Yes, that's powerful, but Nicov, all he has to do is make any unit that's not a cavalry, and he's in a pretty good position.
Yep.
He can switch into Arbalest, he could switch into Scorpions, Onagers.
Do people ever start docking these ponds and building cannon galleons and things?
Not really in 1v1s, but in team games, the pond is much larger because it's a larger map.
Right.
And then it can definitely become useful, and possibly, if you full wall from the lake to the edge, you can maybe transport across.
Okay, and if your opponent's done that as well,
yeah,
you can just negate their walls.
Exactly. And then, just having cannon galleons can be useful just to fire away around or over the pond, I should say. That's a nice little wall there, forcing the Helbs to run past the castle, which they don't want to do. And here comes the elite skirms to counter the Helbs. There's still the Paladins raiding on this side. Mass Rangers coming up. More Paladins and Magyar Hussars coming into raid here as well. And this is just another one of those slow waiting for the GG situations. We've got 4,000 point score lead. There's just villagers dying everywhere. 60 villager lead now. Getting larger and larger. There's one trebuchet. The counter push is maybe on for SayMyName. He's trying, but the Magyar Hussars, they have an attack bonus for siege. So they just, poke the trebuchet a couple of times and it falls over.
Annihilated it.
Yep.
And that's the GG.
That's it.
Nicov will progress through to the grand final versus the Max.
The one and only, the Max.
Coming up next.